Angelo here. Welcome to my channel and welcome back for Here's My Stream. So guys, I know Loa On is just finished for the Korean servers and everything. And with that, naturally, everything's going to come down our way eventually. Now, when it comes to that, it's mainly going to be quality of life and everything. And of course, Amazon and Smilegate, they're kind of working hand to hand, but Smilegate does everything first and Amazon kind of just takes whatever. The good news about the Western release for us here in NA and EU and all that good stuff is that we get all the quality of life. So the 2023 summer update, it is a completion to this being the previous roadmap. Now we've already gone obviously from May and June. This is the 4-parter. Now we're going into the July and August. So of course what they were talking about in that, just a brief recap, which what you'll see, we got our Elgaso, we got Kaingal Abyss, we got the Fortune Spire full floors. Now they're going to get Kakuseiden Legion Raid Inferno, the Elgasia Epilogue, Music Box Memories, and Quality of Life updates. In addition to that, August, we're going to be getting the Khan Raid. We're going to get the Aeromancer. We're going to get Sonnevel, the Guardian Raid, and then more ahead. So, get moving on from that. Here we are. We actually have the official one that got launched today. So, as you can see, when is this exactly scheduled? I don't know if it exactly is scheduled yet, but anyway, as I said, of course, we're going to have Infernal Kakuseiden, but this is the biggest one. This is the huge one. Are you ready? Now, from 1460, I thought the next one was going to be 1475. Forget that. They're blowing right past that. They're going straight to 1490. So now everything, so 1340 gear, 1920, and 19 and 20, the increases by 5% more, and then that 23% more, which prior to, I believe, at that higher level is like 3% maybe, or 4%, and then 3%. Like, it's super low. So this is actually going to kind of get us to a decent, not great, a decent area once you hit 1490 or get into 1490. So yeah, because at level 20 we'll get you to 1490, and this arguably is one of the biggest pain in the asses to get to 1490. That is like hell on earth now, because before it used to be the tier 2 to get into tier 3. That was hell on earth. Now that doesn't exist, and we'll get to that in a second. Obviously, as you can see, just the basic, this is now every character, the biggest one here. You ready? This is it right here. Level 19 and 20. The gold price to this, 0. Nothing. It's free. So now every character in your roster will be 1490 because it just costs silver. And your boy currently, let me see here, what am I sitting at? I have, let's take a look. I got, yeah, 532 million. I think I'm pretty good to go. So with that, we have now been building up our previous months, another wave of quality of life. So like I said, that's the biggest thing. Aside from that, here's the interesting thing. They're going to start allowing us to, at the Wandering Merchants. So before, there used to only be the Way card, and everybody would go to Annika for the Way card, Way card, Way card. So now they're going to make some legendary Wandering Merchants have Balthor, Delane Armin, and Jaderico. They didn't have Jaderico? Is that even... I think that's just an epic card, but whatever. Okay, sure. But yeah, they're giving us two more legendaries, Delane Armin and Balthor. Now that's okay, but I think they still need to give us like Beatrice, give us, you know, Nineveh, kind of give us more than that. Now again, this is all from the low on that happened just recently, but again, whatever happens to them is not going to happen to us immediately. So here we go. In addition to that, we no longer need to use Phaons to move ability stones and accessories to other characters in the same roster. This is something I've been asking forever. Honestly, I don't know why it took this long. And if they did this from, like, I don't know, for us in the NAEU last summer, I think it would have been perfect. All of my characters would have kitted out, been perfect. Now, it will drop the number of trades, but who cares? The fact of the matter is, if you're trading in the same roster, why am I spending Phaons? Eventually I did that, and I realized I spent Phaons for that. I'm like, I'm never doing this again. This sucks. And some of my characters have the best items for my other characters on my roster. So now that's fixed. This is another really big one. Battle items will now be roster bound. Can you imagine that? Battle items, all of them. So all your whirlwind, all of that stuff, you can just keep that in your character stash and everybody can just use it. Everyone can grab it and everyone can use it anytime. So now you don't have to worry about having X number of things on a character or X number of things on all your things. If anything, they need to upgrade the roster storage. Give us a third page so we can add more stuff to that. That would be great, especially now since everything is now becoming roster bound even more. The last thing right here is, this is another thing I didn't understand, is when I finally got to 1490 and then they released Brawl Shazahard and then they said there's ancient gear, it's like, why isn't this just ancient gear? Why do I have to go through normal on this relic upper, relic higher, instead of relic normal or lower, which is what the Vicus and Vulcan was? But now I gotta get that again, and then I gotta get another one. So basically I have to do Vicus Vulcan, and then I have to do Belshazzar normal, and then I have to do Belshazzar again. It's like, it's an extension. It's a lengthening of the game, and now they've changed that. So now all of that, you're no longer going to get the relic Belshazzar gear. That relic upper that she had, you're getting straight ancient gear now. Now this kind of sucks, but you know, hey, whatever you're going to get. I got to have fun beating Hanamatan and everything. So now I believe everyone's going to have a lot easier time getting an ancient gear. Now, sadly, I still need to get all my ancient gear because I'm barely got to 1541. And then now this is happening. So here we go. And there's another one. This is another one that's super huge to me. Arcturus's Touch. And this is what I've been waiting for forever before I even start on my alts. You can now get additional clear rewards and view more rewards on all the Legion raids for Kakuseiden, Belshazzar normal, and hard. Amazing. So the entire July is basically getting all your characters up to 1490 for free, and then kitting them up little by little by getting them to maybe even 1500, and then doing at least 1 through 4 and getting them fully kitted out in ancient gear. Amazing. That's amazing. I feel sorry for the Korea server because now this is just happening to them, and we're legit getting it the same time they are. Ooh, rough. And aside from that, we're getting the Maharaka Festival, which is something Korea, I believe, had last summer, where we do like a little Fall Guys version. That's what the Run Makokos are, so that's going to be interesting. I would have preferred to have the gold one, the Blooming Makokos. That's my favorite, but yeah, you know, because that was free gold for the most part. We'll see where we get now. And now here we are, August. We're going to get, of course, the Aeromancer. We're getting Akan, and we're getting Sonnevel. We're also getting a more specific set by getting a power pass. We're also getting a hyper upgraded power pass, which will go from 1490 to 1540. So if you only have one character like me at 1540, this one will get any character you get to 1490, which, like I said, at this point, everyone's going from 1460 to 1490. There's going to be a lot more people doing Belshazzar raids. So if you're doing learner parties, bam, you're in there, hopefully. If not, then just take a bus at this point. I mean, there's going to be so many people doing buses. I don't know if the buses are going to raise in price or lower in price. Who knows? With this many, it might be up. Who knows? We'll see. But anyway, rewards, gems, and all that stuff will be better than previous Hyper Express. From what I've been told, I believe they're giving us, the higher you get, I think like when you get to 1540 or whatnot, they're going to give you level 7 and level 8 gems. The event gems, which stay with your character forever. That's gonna be nice, man. That's gonna be nice. I mean, I would have been great to have some of those. I think you only get like 3 or 4, or maybe 2, but still, 2 level 8s, that's a hell of a difference, man. And it's not gonna cost you anything. Oh my god, so good. All right, so anyway, here we go. So consolidate tier 1 and 2. So this is basically just saying, yeah, tier 1 and tier 2 don't matter. And I believe they're lowering the number to 12. What is it? Yeah, is that it? So yeah, so now instead of being 802 to 1225 being tier 2, it's now going to be 500 to 1100. So they're getting rid of that little extra thing. So before you needed to be tier 2 or whatnot, I think it was like 1100 or 802 or something like that. Yeah, it was weird, but or 600, and then you can buy, and yeah, but now they changed all that. They made it so like just everything's easier, get more was a class engraving kind of thing. The Abyss dungeons, and this is something I've always kind of said, like a lot of people that aren't playing it, you should just make it so that there's no white mechanics. Just have people take a fuck ton of damage. And now there it is. So now there's no longer white mechanics. So now you're not just hard stalling. If people don't know the mechs, they'll just take a shit ton of damage. Maybe they die, maybe they don't. Either which way, good on them. And they've completely gotten rid of the tier 2 gems. So I don't know what they're gonna have to use for bussing. They're gonna have to use the tier 1 or tier 3 gems and whatnot, but that was the main thing that people use for bussing. Players can increase skill tree level starting at tier 1. Oh yeah, and now that's an interesting one. All players, I think when they hit level 50, I think this is it right here, the engraving system. So yeah, I'll tell you that. I'll talk about that in a second. Gatherables, yeah, so they're basically cleaning up a lot of stuff. And then tier 2 crafting recipes have been removed. Tier 2 Cavalier Spice will no longer be used. Tower has been consolidated. Shadow Spire and Fate Spire will have 20 floors, and then the entry things will be adjusted. So I wonder what they're going to do there, and I wonder what it is, because I don't think I've done it on all my characters, because it's like, I don't need tier 1 or tier 2 items anymore. So maybe if it's something else, maybe silver, maybe some other things, maybe stronghold stuff, I'll do it on all my characters if it works that way. But if it's just, you know, honing materials for tier 1-ish, tier 2-ish, who cares? Here's what I'm talking. This is an interesting one. So, and the engraving system is unlocked at level 50. And when you get that, you unlock every single engraving at level 1. So you'll get at least 3 things. So if you've never skilled anything, unfortunately for me, I think I've unlocked everything. So if you haven't unlocked anything, everything is unlocked at level 1. Cool, but now you have to wait till level 50. But either which way, it's a good one. But here's the good news. Anyone that has extra things after unlocking the system, the uncommon engraving will be removed, but you'll get in-game compensations. Not bad, huh? That's not bad. So there you go. Tier 3 progression. And now this is the thing where they're lowering it / raising it. So the old tier 3 was 1302 to 1490. Now it's dropping to 1250 to 1490. So they just want you to get in there a lot sooner. I believe they're getting rid of the original honor leap stone. Now everything during this is all just going to be using great honor leap stones. They want you to use the hell out of it. And all the other ones, I don't know what they're going to do. And then like, this is the sad one. It's going to be a legacy item. So if you have any of these extras of the simple or Reha fusion materials, which was I think the small uncommon one, it's just it's just going to be useless. It's going to be in your item and that's it. I wish they just transferred that, took that and immediately gave you something else, but you know, whatever you're going to do. Aside from that, here's another thing. Let's see, crafting ingredients for a relic gear item level 1340 will be unified. So let's see here. Weapon and gloves can be crafted with Covetous Wing from Vicus, and head, shoulder, and chest can be crafted with Demonic Beastbone from Vulcan. So now you don't need to have those split up. When you got into 1415, 1445 area, you had to get specifically like 1 or 2 pieces to do your weapons and gloves, and then that came from like Vicus or that came from Vulcan, you know, depending on which gear say. Now it's just like Broshaza, any one of them can make any of them. So that's also a great way to get people more in line and moving forward. So if you just want to do Vulcan or your low level whatever, you can finish Vulcan and get your entire set. You don't even have to do Vicus. And at that point, like I said, it's weird because now they're like basically getting rid of stuff. Now you don't have to do anything. In a way, it's cool, but in a way, it's also weird because now you're getting rid of certain raids and whatnot. But hey, whatever. And again, the adjustment right there, 13. Yeah, Stronghold Research will be upgraded. Enhanced rewards and earlier raids will be improved. That's good. Increased drop rates of accessories with class engravings for relic gears, so you'll get more specific engravings for your character. Now, this is the interesting. Level 4 and level 5 skill tree amulets will be added to the Legion Exchange Merchant. So basically now, if you're just missing the level 4, level 5 skill tree thing, you have a potential of getting it as a drop from Vulcan, Vicus, Kyangle, Belshazzar, Deja Vu, and Rehearsal. And whoa, weird. Does that also mean normal? Because it only says Phantom Nostalgia Deja Vu. That's the lower level one. I mean, okay, sure. And then increase the scope of the Mokoko buff and Procion's protection to level 1490. Up to level 40. Wait, yeah, up to level 1490. That's good. And then they got this. More quality of life. So they increased battle item support in Guardian raids to Kungalanium. I really haven't done that one, but you know, they can up it a little bit more. And then this is huge right here, boys and girls. This is the ship cosmetic, and the effect will be separated for convenience. So now if you want to look like the ghost ship but have the one that everyone uses, the one with the really shitty horn, is like boo, that's gonna actually, now you can have that setting, but you can look like a ghost ship and be all menacing and shit. Yeah, that's good stuff. And then waiting times for events have been eliminated. Don't know. So I mean, before they used to give you a 3-minute time, so now if you're not there at the beginning of the start, you ain't getting there. So you have literally at the start you go, otherwise it doesn't start. Now this is the other one. So basically they're like, I don't know what they're doing. So the sailing coins and keys will be consolidated and changed from 5 to 2. And yeah, it's going to be weird because I mean, there's still some people doing the sailing missions, but not that many. But we'll see what happens from there. And they reduce the sailing quest and playtime. Gates will be removed and the rewards will be rebalanced as other rewards for other content. Okay, so basically they're getting rid of that whole gate thing. I used to do them a lot, not as much anymore, but you know, hey, we'll see what it is. It looks like they're trying to just make more streamlined, make more things that there's not a lot of wait time, not a lot of queue time, just kind of sitting. Although that was fun seeing 1 million ships out there in the ocean. Again, you don't see it as much anymore, but you know, maybe there'll be something they do that brings back more. I don't know. Personally, for me, I prefer more field bosses. I think that's great. I understand the Legion raids and the Guardian raids and the Abyss dungeons and all that stuff, but just let us mass, man. Let us get some MMO action going sometimes. But otherwise, yeah, it just locks us down either 4 or 8. And that's it. That's why I like field bosses. You just go there. And a lot of times you can just start inviting people randomly. It's like, why wouldn't I accept a party? Bam, everyone gets in a party. But, you know, there's no gatekeeping. You just go. And then, of course, this is Maharaka Festival Part 2. We don't exactly know what this is. I don't know what it is. Hopefully, again, Bloom Makokos. Give me that. And then, of course, they're giving us a 2023 Summer Update player gift. Yeah, they're giving everybody these things. Rabbits, gingerbread cookies. I think these are skins. And then, are these pets? Mounts? I don't know. We'll see when we get it in. But there they go. So, that bunny selection chest, beetle mount. Okay, so beetle mount. Ancient platinum coins, collective battle chest. Card EXP. What is it? Is it selection? Ooh, selection that contains Kadan and Thamine? Shit, I need to get a Thamine card. Alright. Magic Society die chests. Level 5 tripod. Oh, you get one. Okay, so you can get a straight up level 5 tripod. Cool. And 5 level 4s. And 100 Phaons. Great, great, great. And here we go. We're excited to witness the players experience unique events, explore new parts of Arkesia, and prepare to challenge the new experiences awaiting new dungeons rage over the coming months. And we see new/returning players progress in these activities at a faster rate. In the meantime, stay tuned to our website, social channels, and release notes to see the full list of new content, store updates, events, bug fixes, and more in July and August. So there you guys go. That has been roughly it. It's kind of been a long video, but I like to kind of break it all down, tell you what I think, what I like about it. Again, it all based on what happened in Loa On. Again, we don't get any of those things that's happening, but we get the quality of life, and that's all that matters. Thank you guys very much for watching. Hopefully you enjoy. Let me know if you're still playing some Lost Ark. Let me know if this will bring you back to Lost Ark. Are you excited about this silver only honing to get to 1490? I sure am. That means every single character I have is going to be 1490. That's wild. So that means better Chaos Dungeon drops. It's just going to be so much better. I hated the fact that I have so many alts, and to hone them would have cost me so much damn gold. Well, either which way, guys, we got it. And not to mention, I also love the fact of the Arcturus' touch, where now you get double the rewards. You're going to get your Belshazzar gear, which is actually going to be ancient gear. You're going to get that double as fast, because you're getting Belshazzar both normal and hard. Oh, man, it's going to be great. Kakuseiden, you want to get level 2s? Dude, double the rewards. Perfect. Amazing. Love it. More for less. I mean, that's why in the end, I believe if you just kind of keep it normal, stock up whatever you get, they're going to make it easier for you to level up. If you do everything when it launches and releases, I think you're actually putting yourself in a painful situation, because eventually something like this is going to happen maybe a month or two down the road, especially in NAEU, because Korea has been doing all these things for months, if not years, and we get it in within a month or two. By the time they get it for quality of life, we get it within the same time or just a little bit, because I think they want us all in the same overall thing. We may not have the same exact content, but we will have the same quality of life setup. Thank you guys very much for watching, and have a great day, and see you guys out there. Later.